Bang! Yeah, 713, don't step in this league, throwing rocks at the backboard. Living our dream, better dribble to the three, take the shot, here a cash draw. And we don't even care what you say, we ain't scared of the hate, get a win in this last board. Stand in the paint, better clear out the way, hit the court with the black force energy. Every single week on a killing spree, you kidding me? You talk about winning with the epitome, you better be talking with peace, and we locking the key on them. Know that it's rocking with Ryan and Donte, the drip guy, we beyond the gossip, the topics we talk on a pop, and we conquering the obstacles that we cross as a team. Shot from the seats, we the Rockets like Elon. It's the H-Town Rundown. Let's get started right now.
Hey everybody, this is the H-Town Rundown, Houston Rockets basketball podcast. Guys, this is a beautiful Sunday morning. At least here in Iowa, it's a little cold. I don't know how you guys are doing out in Texas. I hear it's a little chilly out there, right? 30 degrees is what I'm hearing. That ain't shit out here. Anyway, we're here. We're here to talk some ball. I got my boys with me, AK and Donte. AK, man, thank you for jumping on, and where can I find you?
Man, you can find me on Twitter /X at AKinfinity_VVS. Also on YouTube at the Rockets Propaganda Channel, H-Town Rundown, and Rockets Round Robin. Don't be a hater your whole life.
It's good to have you, my boy. It's good to have you. And Donte, it's good to have you, my guy. Good to talk some Rockets ball once again. Where can we find you? And thanks for jumping on today.
Oh yeah, man. Y'all can find me at Coach Donte 5 on Instagram, Coach Donte 5 on X, and Coach Donte on TikTok.
Awesome. It's good to have you, my guy. So the trio over here, Trio de Dangers. We're gonna talk about some Rockets games today. Last 4 between the Pelicans, Spurs, Philly, as well as Detroit. So that's what we got on the slate today. And then maybe talk about some all-star thoughts, reserves, starters, deserved or not. It's been a while since we were here. As far as it is last year to this year, we currently have a worse record than we did last year, but we could talk about all that later. Let's go ahead and jump into this Pelicans game first off. And I think when AK and I jumped up on here, we kind of predicted it. I said 112 for the score. You said 122, I believe. 119 as it was. Not a terrible game per se, but I believe this is a bounce-back game for Jabari. He scored 32. Let me just pull this up here. But Jabari ended up scoring 32 in this game. AK, what can you tell us about the game against the Pelicans?
I thought the game against the Pelicans, again, that was a second game that we had won in a row after being on just an ugly looking little streak there. So I just was like, my whole purpose of that game was to win by any means necessary, because when you're struggling, you just want to see the ball go through the net. You just want to see a W in the win column. That's all that really mattered. And however you got it is how you got it. Just build from there, take what you can, and keep it pushing. Jabari started to look like he started to come out of his little funk.
Yep.
He's been playing better over the last, I want to say, like 4 or 5. But that was the highest point of the game. That was probably his best game of the season. But also, Amen Thompson, big shout out to Amen Thompson for being so consistent. He hasn't really had like an explosive game, but he had a really good game against the Pelicans. Alperen Sengun was solid too. And, KD, he had an old man game. He didn't have his best game of the season, but, he still did KD things. He wasn't as inefficient. He wasn't as efficient as he usually is. And then the bench showed up too. Reed Sheppard had a pretty decent game that game. Josh Okogie, Dorian Finney-Smith shot the ball well that game too. That's all it really was. That game was really just mostly trying to get back into rhythm after being looking so ugly the last 6 weeks before that. And we still kind of look ugly. We're still trying to come out of that now. But this game really showed me, hey, they're just trying to win by any means. And I thought it was going to be a double-digit win. It wasn't, but whatever. It counts the same. It's a win.
It's the same thing. You were close. Yeah. KD led the team in assists, I believe, as well. He had 8 assists there too. So as much of a anti-playmaker people say he is, 8 assists is 8 assists regardless, even if it is just one game. It's nice that he passed the rock. Definitely looked old tonight. I actually kind of thought he was going to bully because they were putting Jose Alvarado on him, and then other times putting Zion on him, right? And Kevin Durant, we all know he's 7 foot. I thought he's just going to be able to shoot right over these guys pretty easy. Obviously, Zion a big body, but despite getting his lift, he just wasn't making them. Regardless, he made the right plays at times when he needed.
That's the scouting report on KD, though. I don't know why people put wings on him. That's never going to work. He's used to that. You put shorter guys on him and just take his space away, get underneath him and make him uncomfortable. All that other stuff, that's not going to work against KD. It's not. It never has.
And the people that are tall enough to contest his shots, they'd be too slow anyway. He'd be coming right around, So regardless, though, a good game all around. I guess also shout out to Şengün too, 60%. At 21 points. But what I'm really looking at is he had 5 steals. I credit him for 5 steals. That's really good defense, really good hands. Had some really good plays to kind of get guys open, especially when you got him and Steven Adams setting screens for it's really great. And then again, shout out Jabari for hitting 5 threes in the first half, which is his career high and a half. Just absolutely explosive. Donte, what do you have for us, sir?
You know what? It's funny when AK brought up and they say, you try to, when you put a smaller defender on you think it's gonna work. Really, nothing works against KD. But again, you put a smaller defender on him, you kind of get predictable. Just same thing you do to LP. You're gonna double. You're not gonna put a smaller defender on and try to rough him up, but you still gonna double him. You still gonna try to go the coward way out and just double him, and knowing it's not gonna work. So I call that the coward way. You might well just keep the original defender on him and still do the same thing, because you're gonna do the same thing when you put a smaller defender on him and you're gonna double anyway. So what's the point of that? And you still get cooked and get 30 dropped on your head anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So that's the part I kind of really hate, when teams actually do that. Even on LP, you're gonna put a smaller defender on him, knowing you're gonna help and knowing you're gonna still help. And have somebody on the baseline and still help. And then when you have someone like Wemby and Gobert, we got an all-time great defender on, and they end up getting their shit cooked one-on-one when he does go one-on-one with him. So I understand. It kind of messes with me a little bit, but I understand. AK brought that up to my point, and nothing works against really KD. The only thing that kind of works against him is himself when he turns the basketball over. That's the only thing that works against him is himself. That's the only thing he works against LP is himself. That's the only thing that really works against those guys, because teams already know, hey, if we're gonna put a smaller defender on them and we're gonna double. We're gonna still double them anyway. You supposed to have some of the best defenders in the game, and you still bringing double teams on them. Because at the end of the day, I don't care about the 5 for 18 or the 1 for 8. I mean, he's been consistent. He's been consistent, scoring the basketball, efficient. I care about the 8 assists, and he's making the right plays. He's making the right play, finding open guys. I care about that. Yes, the turnovers that he throws, that's crazy. We're gonna get into that in a little bit. But he still had 8 assists. Jabari Smith, I mean, he's struggling in the 2 Portland games and the Sacramento game, which is shooting. He was wide open. He was just missing shots. And he was hot the whole year. And prior to those games, he was consistent shooting the basketball really well. But you're going to run into stretches like that. He found it against Chicago when he made those 8 straight points down the stretch to help us get that win. And then the Pelicans game, he carried that on. So, his struggles was just shooting. LP had a solid game. But Amin Thompson was really good. I mean, great all-around game. Awesome all-around game. Dorian Finney-Smith, his best game of the season, by far. That's his best game of the season. Me and AK talked about that. Matter of fact, after the game, we talked about that.
We did do a post game.
Yeah, we talked about that after the game. That was by far his best as far as, make it. He was 1 for 2 from the 3-point line. He had a big 3-point play where he drove to the rim and got an and-1. He had a big 3-point play that game. So, Reed Shepherd off the bench with 11 points. Pretty much sure we're going to be talking about him these next 2 games coming up. But other than that, it was just like AK said, you just trying to get a win. And especially, you maybe say it's against the Pelicans. It's against the Pelicans. But that's the same Pelicans team that we lost, that became from behind and beat us by 25. That's that same team. right there. And that's that same Pelicans team. You know, that's just they really have not been getting blown out. They really been competing hard all year long. It's just they've been coming up short, and then they've been injury rattled all year long, and you know they're ready to just tear the team apart. Actually, they just really rather tear the team apart. But it was a good all around team win. But AK just brought that up when they brought that up to my attention when Kevin Durant. You know they trying to put a smaller defender on it, and think that's gonna work. Well, you could keep the original defender on them, and it's still not gonna work because you still bringing double teams.
I can tell you the reason why they do it though.
Yeah,
it's correct me if I'm wrong, but just from what I see, the reason they put the smaller defender on them is because now you got bigger help guys to come and double from the blind side, from the weak side, and that's gonna mess with his vision, especially with the passing, because you know how KD is passing out of double teams, and you see what happens when he passes out of double teams, and it messes up the offensive flow. So, and then you got cross matching going on. You got guys being guarded by guys that they normally wouldn't be guarded by, so they kind of act stupid, and then they don't have the ball anyway. Yeah. So you trying to shrink the floor a little bit with longer guys in help position, and if you got the ball with a longer guy on you, then you got less length elsewhere to come and double. I'd rather double with a longer guy, a taller guy, than with a small person.
Yeah.
So I think that's what the thinking is behind it, but that's just the way I see it. I may be out of line. I don't know.
No, I don't disagree with you, but they still end up getting fucked up by Cody, even with that scenario happening.
The KD has scored 30 points 16 times this year. So I mean, you're right.
No, you're gonna double team. You're gonna put a smaller defender, you still gonna double. When you put the actual defender on, you still doing the same thing. Same thing there, LP.
Lesser of the two evils, man, is just the way I look at it. This one will work better for us than the other way around.
Moving on to the next game, another win against the Spurs, 111-106. Very tightly contested game. But we put the absolute clamps on Wemby. They had those San Antonio announcers acting up last night saying, oh, the Rockets are just beating and bruising the centers around here. Well, hey, my bad. We got Steven Adams here, 450 pounds of pure muscle. Maybe if your boy put on some weight, he wouldn't get abused. But that's just how I see it.
How you don't put on weight? You live in San Antonio.
Shout out Charles Barkley. I do think that Şengün also he was dicing him up pretty well this game. But Donte, since we ended off, go ahead and give us a rounding rate of this game.
You see what happened when we put a smaller defender on somebody? We don't bring no double teams. We gonna play. And like I say again, me and AK, we went live after this again, the same game. If he makes a shot over you, that's fine. We're gonna take that. We're gonna take that because his size and his height gonna get him any shot he want. When you put a slower defender on him, like Clint Capella was. Now I think Clint Capella was really good in the game. I thought he was really good.
Yeah.
After that,
surprisingly good.
After what Wemby did to him, I thought he had a really good game that game. But he went by. He didn't go straight by Capella, but his long stride helped him embarrass Clint Capella. And after that, Clint Capella wasn't having no more of that. But you seen Tari Eason, Josh Okogie frustrate Wemby. You know, they were pressuring the ball, not giving him no space. He's forced to put the ball on the floor, and he forced us just to rise up. See what happened when we do the same thing. When we put a smaller defender on him, we actually play. We actually know how to guard Wemby. But other than that, man, I thought that fourth quarter, man, that was awesome. That fourth quarter was awesome. The bill after Stephon Castle made that little windmill and one on Josh Okogie, the life sucked up out of the building. And it seemed like I said, this game is over. We don't have no fight, we don't have no juice at all. The key to the game to me is like we closed out the quarter strong. Like the second quarter when we was down, we made it to a 10-point game at the halftime. The midway through the third quarter, we closed out the quarter strong. We got down by 10. And now, coming into the fourth quarter, Reed Shepherd deserved the player of the game. That fourth quarter, he was cooking. That man was cooking. I mean, it didn't matter who was on him. playing, and he played great defense on Dylan Harper. Yes, you're gonna spoil him because he's small, but he ripped Dylan Harper twice. One, the ball went out of bounds off his foot. He ends up blocking a shot. He ends up blocking De'Aaron Fox shot, blocking his shot. I thought LP had a big block on Champagne in the corner.
That was a great block. Yes.
That was a great block.
That was probably play of the game to me.
That was a great block. Dorian Finney-Smith and Kogi was on the floor. Even though Dorian Finney-Smith didn't do a lot, but his defense was very well technically sound in this game. Him and Tari Eason. And I thought we just I just thought we woo San Antonio down. Like I thought we woo San Antonio down and the Reed Shepherd happened. Him making a shot to put us up, give us the lead. And then Jabari Smith 2 jump shots, the 3-pointer that finally that put us up, and then the 2-pointer that come off the screen that finally got us with the lead. And LP pretty much sealed the victory with that hook over Luke Cornett. So I thought our defense was just really suffocating. And Amen Thompson, man, me and AK talked about this after the game, man. That dude defense was suffocating. He was like, it's like when you put a bag on somebody's head and you just pull it all the way through. That's what Amen Thompson defense was like. He was straight suffocating, dude.
For sure, absolutely. Great breakdown, Donte. Okay, I'm looking at this, and I've come to the realization that Kevin Durant took the 5th most shots in this game.
I think we said that too on the post game, Coach.
We had one player off the bench take the most shots in the game. You had Şengün and Jabari tie, by the way, same amount of shots made. Just didn't get no free throws. But regardless, same amount of shots made, same shots attempted. Amen had the second most attempted, right? But he was great defensively, right? 16, 10, and 6, along with his overall defense. And then Kevin Durant, the shot maker, the guy you asked and brought in and traded away your shot maker for, only took 12 shots. AK, how do you feel about that, man? Obviously we won, but how do you feel about that?
It goes back to what I was saying earlier about the reason why people put smaller people on KD is they want him to pass the ball and get off the ball. That's what they did to him in this game, and that's why he only took 12 shots. However, in the second half, the Rockets finally made them pay for it because they was making shots. Good Lord. Yes. Sometimes it does just come down to making shots, and the process, no matter what it is, probably, it just is what it is. Maybe the process just ain't working that night. It happens. However, against the Spurs in the second half, it started to work a little bit more than it had been previously in the game. I don't know what was going on with this team during the most of that game, bro. I don't understand what was going on. I don't know if they were sipping lean before the game and they just came out slow and just decided, okay, at halftime, we're going to drink some water, flush this lean out of our system. All right, now we're going to go hoop. That's what it looked like to me. But defensively, I think more than anything else, like we said already, defensively more than anything else is the reason why we won this game, because we was either turning them over in the second half. It was either turning them over or we was really contesting hard on everybody. And then we were being physical. We upped the physicality too. That was another thing. San Antonio started to wear down a little bit because they really not that physical of a team.
No.
Their physical guy, for whatever reason, ain't playing. I said Dylan Harper, not Dylan Harper. Jeremy Sohan. For whatever reason, he's not in the rotation. I'm not tripping because we don't like that Dennis Rodman wannabe anyway. but offensively though, I thought again, like I said, get it how you live. Reed Shepherd got hot, ride him. Just ride him, bro. Ride him while he's hot. He shot one ball. That was an air ball. Didn't matter. Came back the next time down the floor. Switched. Nothing but net. Nothing but twine. It was beautiful, bro. It was beautiful. And he was he had the highest plus minus at plus 15, which is crazy. He rarely has a minus plus minus game. He rarely has a negative plus minus game. Just FYI.
You know what's funny? His last game, he had the worst plus minus on the team, and then he come this game and had the best plus minus out of this game. Just funny,
Yeah, it's basketball, bro. These guys are not shut up, AD. Talking about anyway. But anyway, these guys are not computers, bro. This is not a video game. There's ups and downs, bro. It happens. It happens. People go through hot streaks. They go through cold streaks. It's just how it just matter. What matters is how you how you come out of them cold streaks, and how consistent can you be after that? How long is your cold streak? Your cold streak ain't supposed to be 6 weeks, Jabari. But hey, it is what it is. Clint Capella, big shout out to him. He's been playing very well as of late. Really liking the signing. I like when he sets picks and rolls to the basket because he's a threat to roll. Because our other two centers don't really. Adams, I don't know. If you pass the ball, it's a bailout to me. And then Şengün, when he wants to roll strong, he will, and sometimes he doesn't. I don't understand it. But whatever. Like I said, at the end of the day, we won the game after struggling for as long as we have. I take it. Just win right now. For the rest of the month, win however you can.
I agree. A win is a win at this point. Regardless of, we have a solid record. We're sitting top 5 in the West after falling all the way to the 6th seed and looking like we were tied with Phoenix. Phoenix had a better record than us at one point, but they dropped back down to the 7th
Just
seed.
disgusting work, bro.
So we fighting with Phoenix, the team we traded with, by the way, the team that was going to send the guy that was going to send us over. Anyway, I'm done complaining. Regardless, we having a conversation about all that, and we'll see where we are at the end of the year. But solid win, regardless. Good physicality. Last thing I do want to mention is Tari Eason was really great at bothering Wemby. I know you guys said this. I'm reiterating, but I just people look at the stat sheet and say, "Oh man, Tari didn't do nothing, bro." I don't care. He had a steal and a block, and it was just everything he did, the little stuff, right? We kind of manifested Dylan Brooks when he was guarding Wemby. That's kind of what they did with Josh Kogi and Tari, and to a degree when DFS was on him for a couple possessions. That same thing, just that shorter guy that has a bunch of tenacity and energy. And the only thing Wemby can do is either throw the ball out of bounds, pass it, or attempt to rise up.
They fell into the trap.
Yep.
And do you know why I say that?
Oh.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to what I said in the last segment. They fell into the trap. You put a small guy on Wemby. Wemby is going to want to shoot every time. And then he's getting uncut. You physical enough with him. The ref's gonna let you get away with it a little bit more. You physical enough, and Wemby a little French toast French fry, so he can't take it. So he playing weak. And then when the ball starts moving around, and after the double team comes, guess what? You got longer defenders out there contesting shots, which plays right into the Rockets' hands, which is why they put the small guy on the tall guy. But that's just my theory and how I see it. Someone tell me if I'm wrong. For those of you who know ball,
I'm not going to disagree. I will not disagree.
They fell into the trap. They fell for the okie doke, and I'm good with it.
Next game, man, against Philadelphia, real quick. Yikes! We ended up losing this one in OT, 122-128. AK, brother, break down this damn game for me, dude. I was irritated at this loss. I'm not gonna lie, very irritated.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I wasn't really too pressed too much about this loss because this is one of them games where we don't really match up well against teams like this. Teams that have guys across the board that can shoot the ball. That's just a bad matchup for Ime Udoka teams. It's always has been, always will be. That coupled with you got a giant center who somehow can also shoot threes as well. But you got a giant center that can shoot threes and he can defend against your guy, your number one post player. And you got these lightning quick guards who can get into your paint at will, and it don't even matter who's guarding them. They get into your paint whenever they want to. And they just make whatever happen. They make anything happen that they want to make happen. We have a problem guarding guys like Tyrese Maxey. He's too fast. He's too fast, too quick, too slick. And ain't nothing we don't have nobody to deal with that. As much as we give Amen Thompson his flowers for his defense, even he has a problem with Tyrese Maxey. Have you seen Tyrese Maxey this season?
Yeah, we're just 30, dude. Like
he is a bad boy. Okay. He can shoot it from wherever he want to shoot it from. He can get to the basket on anybody. And he ain't a slouch on defense neither. Damn. Bro. He is a bad dude, man. Tyrese Maxey's a bad dude. And then Paul George, he's not the same Paul George from before, but he's playing a role right now, and that role is kind of working. Again, if he's making his shots from the outside and forcing the defense to come out and account for him. Yes. Now you got so see this is what happens now. Now when you want to double, you got to second guess your double, and that split second is all an offense needs to capitalize and make you pay for it. That's sort of what was happening in this game. Even with all of that being said, we still had a chance to win in regulation. I think was it regulation? Yeah, I think we had a chance to win in regulation. We just didn't pull it out. It just didn't happen. The shots wasn't really falling the way that they probably should have been falling. Alp and Jabari really struggled this game. Jabari was sitting there trying to guard Embiid, which I know he ain't the same Embiid, but he's still like 350 pounds.
Still Embiid.
And that dude posting you up is just can't feel good. And then Alper Sengun trying to post up Joel Embiid. What is that gonna do, bro? He's 350 pounds, bro. Like what you supposed to do, dog? It's a bad matchup. I didn't.
Embiid turned the clock back
He
completely.
did.
30-point triple-double. Did you know he only had 7 triple-doubles before this game in his career? Yeah.
It is what it is. It's whatever. He's a center. Like whatever.
I get it.
But he's still when he want to be, he's still somebody to be feared, bro. Not just respected, but feared. And we saw that in this game, bro. There was nothing that we could do. There was nothing that we could do.
Dude. Did you see that? Man, he fucking.
He's just a bad dude. It is what it is. This is one of them games. It's a matchup. We don't match up well with this team, especially when they're playing like that. It is what it is. I can't be mad about it. The effort I thought was there. I don't think we played lazy. I don't think we was not paying attention to detail. It's a bad matchup, man. To me.
Donte, what can you add?
I think we can handle the Sixers. I just think most of the things that happened, it was just mostly, you had Kevin Durant had 8 turnovers, including a turnover down the stretch where he tried to throw the ball in the interior on LP.
Looking like CJ Stroud out there, man.
If you're LP, though,
chill out, dog.
But if you're LP, you don't let nobody get in front of you. You're too big for that. Like, I understand Paul George is probably one of the. He's a solid defender, but you don't let nobody just jump in front of you and just catch the ball and just get a turnover like that and not even get a shot up. So we didn't get a shot up on that possession. That forced Maxey, to go to the rim and get a layup. And Kevin Durant, before that, you just made a shot. You just made a shot to give us the lead. So at the end, I wouldn't mind if he would have kind of took control, try to get up a shot, but at the same time, LP, you don't let nobody just jump in front of you and just get a steal. Jabari struggled mightily in this game, and Reed Shepherd was hot. In this fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter and stuff like that. It was a lot of debates that he should have stayed on the floor, but other than that, I'm with AK. I'm not mad. And at the end of the day, the 76ers, they made some timely threes, bro. When we was pulling away, you had Joel Embiid making a wing 3. We was up, I believe, 105 to 96. He makes a timely 3. He makes
not fair, bro.
Yeah,
not fair. You way too much to be making threes.
Yeah. He makes a timely 3. The peak put him down 6, and I'm like, damn, that was a good timely 3 because we was on the verge of pulling away. When Tyrese makes a 3-pointer in the corner, then on a scramble play when Jabari Smith trying to go on the floor and get the ball, Paul George comes in the corner. He's in the corner. He hits another timely 3 to put him back down 6. So other than that, Sixers made some timely plays. Kelly Oubre was hot.
Woo! Kelly Oubre had a game.
Yeah, he was hot too. He was scorching hot, boy. But other than that, and then the overtime, Paul George comes right up out of the gate. He hits a 3-pointer, and Tyrese Maxey, he just been cooking everybody this year. So it was like you seen how fast he just went by. He just went by Man Thompson with just no hesitation, with just no hesitation at all. It
was fair, bro.
Actually a goaltend, but other than that, I thought we could handle him. It just. I got to give credit to the Sixers. They made timely shots, and the Rockets just made some timely damn turnovers, especially Kevin Durant. I mean, he made some boneheaded mistakes, but other than that, I just got to give credit to the Sixers. They did a hell of a job.
You see everything that you just said, bro?
Yeah.
Like, bro, when they on, there's nothing you can really do, bro. You just got to sit there and take it. You got to match them, bro, because they got talent across the board, bro. They got shooting, they got defense, they got a post player, they got guard play, they got athletes. They got everything you want, bro. They got everything you want and everything you need to win a title. The problem is they're probably not going to have health.
I got a question. So, why did the Phoenix Suns beat this team?
Why? I can tell you why. I ain't even watched the game, and I can tell you why.
Go ahead.
When you have the type of spacing that Phoenix has at all times, you can match another team. That's the great equalizer in the NBA. Shooting from three, spacing, guard play, creativity, guard creativity, shot creativity. That is the great equalizer, bro. Because if you get hot from three, imagine how many teams have made 23s and lost.
That's a good question.
It rarely ever happens, bro. And if it does happen, it's historic.
Yeah,
How you make
yeah,
those 23s is 60 points.
Yep. That's a lot of points. Plus and one opportunities, which we can get right into now against Detroit. What a game. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. So against Detroit, I low-key thought we were gonna lose. I
did
too. Starting to leave. Pistons were starting to kind of gain that lead. And then
they committed the cardinal sin.
They got into this little squabble. You done pissed off Jabari Smith Jr. Jabari was having a pedestrian game. They pissed off Jabari. He wanted to have 4 more rebounds, score 3 of his 5 shots. So he had made 3 more field goals. Okay, after this, he was 2 of 6. Okay, he goes 3 of 3 after that. Gets 4 more boards. Gets an assist. Gets a crazy assist, by the way, off that offensive rebound. Right? You saw that?
So Okogie, right?
Yeah, when Okogie come back up. He had the little assist between 3 other people down there. He got a block. He played great defense. You're going to look at his stat. People looking at his stats, I don't care, bro. That was what we need beginning to end from games. Intense Jabari Smith Jr. Probably one of the most aggressive ever I've seen him on rebounding after that play. Anytime, I don't even – who did he get to that fight with, that squabble with? What was his name?
Was it Isaiah Stewart?
No, it was Holland.
Nah.
It was
It was Ron Holland. It was Ron Holland.
Holland.
But Cade Cunningham was running his mouth too, though.
K was, but it was Ron Holland that was really.
Yeah, Ron Holland started, and Ron Holland is like that too. Like same personality. Like they don't take no BS.
And at the end of the day, I appreciate it because that helped us get over that little stretch we needed. Jabari kind of created some energy for us. KD comes down, hits a couple shots
defensively, especially.
And then that was all she wrote. But go ahead, Donte, and break this game down a little bit further than what I did against the Pistons for me.
I mean, started with Kevin Durant. He was putting people in the popcorn machine. Like Calvin Murphy said, he was just putting people in the popcorn.
Dude, he hates the Pistons.
I mean, the way he did Tobias Harris was unfair. I mean, he did the crossover to the left, then pull up, and pretty much put the game out of reach. He pulled up 2 straight times from 3 over him. I mean, he did Tobias Harris pretty crazy in this game. But Josh Okogie thought he had a solid game. He hit a big time 3 in the corner. He made 2 big time 3s in this game. One in the second quarter when the Pistons were on the run, he stopped the momentum of that. Then he hit one in the corner. Pretty much, and then he got a big time layup off Jabari Smith rebound. Off the Jabari Smith rebound, and passed to him. He was cut into the rim, and he made a layup on that to put us up 8. So I thought he was huge. The Jayshawn Tate and Clint Capella minutes was solid. Jayshawn Tate brought some energy. He brought some energy. He even hit a big time. He hit a 3 in this game. Like I say, I'll tell you plenty of time. Not a fan of him now, but again, hey, I gotta mention when he does something well. I gotta mention that he played well in this game.
Good energy.
Clint Capella 9 rebounds in 16 minutes. That's great. That was awesome. Reed Shepard again. That man came alive, bro. Reed Shepard came alive. Hey, y'all seen that hesitation move on Cade Cunningham?
God, I about jumped out my seat, dude. He froze, bro.
Got him.
Hey, you even had Ryan Holland. Hey, when Ryan Holland say something, do some of his answer, you know something went right. He did that.
I love that guy, man.
Yeah, and he did that little froze hesitation move and went straight to the basket and laid it up, man. It was crazy. And then the dunk on Stewart from LP was crazy. The left-handed.
Oh my gosh! Just came down the court, just mouthed him.
Nice.
Beef stew got cooked.
Yeah, so I thought a lot of our guys stepped up. I thought our role players stepped up. Amen Thompson, played a great game. 15 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists in the game, man. He was really, really effective. So at the end of the day, man, this was a big win, man, against the best team in the Eastern Conference, who played similar to your playing style. Players good, very good defense. We've done good from the free throw line, made 80% of our free throws. We all rebounding them by 8. So I thought we was good across. I thought we was solid across the board, especially the role players like Okogie, Jabari Smith. You had Reed Shepherd, second straight night stepping up with it in the clutch when it mattered the most, and just Kevin Durant just doing Kevin Durant things, just working all over Tobias Harris.
This is why you signed him, is for moments like that, for sure. One thing that was interesting was so the game was hosted on a little site called Amazon Prime. They have this little sports network. And respectfully, I was so irritated with the announcers at one point. I had to tweet at them. Not that it matters, regardless. I'm just some dude from Iowa. But they were talking about this little physicality ain't nothing. Back in the day, bro, shut your up, bro. I'm so tired of people ruining the game, talking about how the old days were so good, right? If you want to go relive the glory days, that's what the nursing home is for, right? Not on here with all the people that are trying to sit here and watch a game and show appreciation for the players they came to watch, right? That irritated me so much, right? Then we get a foul, right? So Kevin Durant is in the landing space, right? He gets nearly back-to-back landing space fouls, right? One was BS, but hey, you know what? If you're going to call it, just make sure you call it both sides. They called it for Reed. Cool. All right. Like, it is what it is. Just call it both sides. They saying that, oh, man, yeah, that's the kind of stuff we should call always. And Kevin Durant should have known that he's a vet. Okay, cool. But then Isaiah Stewart come down the line and abuse Alperen Şengün and hit him with his elbow up in his mouth. And they say, that's kind of light work. Bro, that pissed me off so much, man. I just got to get up that much.
They can't make up their mind on what they want, bro.
Nah, bro. Whatever the teleprompter's saying, that's all they reading. But anyway, AK, what else can you add to this game for us?
Yeah, bro. Something about this game kind of rubbed me a little bit the wrong way, bro. How you only have 8 guys in your rotation after playing on the second night of a back-to-back? Why my camera
Steven
doing
Adams
that?
hurt, by the way. I had never seen that dude look like that before in my life, getting injured.
Why my camera doing that?
Yeah,
That's
you
crazy.
look frozen.
That's crazy. Anyway, I'm still talking. So yeah, what didn't make sense to me was this really, really, really short rotation, and then you got 2 guys in the starting lineup that play 40 minutes on the second night of a back-to-back. Udoka, you playing with fire at some point, bro. You don't want to get burnt to realize how hot fire can get, bro. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense for you to be doing that. You got to figure something out with this rotation, because Ime's rotations a lot of times are the problem. His rotations are so bad, bro. I'm gonna say this too, though. He let Reed Shepherd rock. However, he let him rock because there was no choice. If he had a choice, you think he'll do it? No.
Nope.
He ain't had no choice this time around, bro. JD Davison was in the rotation some games before, and then now he's not. I would really like to understand what goes into the thought process behind his decision making when it comes to the rotations. But anyway,
I like JD, bro. I really like JD.
I do like him. Not that I don't like him. I just help me understand what's going through your mind with this decision making. But Clint Capella played well again. He had a really good game, damn near a throwback game for him, man. He had 3 blocks, and 9 rebounds, 5 points. Didn't he catch I think he caught an alley from
He caught a little lob. He caught a little lob from Reed.
Reed Shepherd plays very well with Clint Capella.
Yeah.
They play very well together. They have good chemistry. Clint Capella is very used to, being a good pick and roll partner for his guards. I mean, James Harden, Trae Young. I mean, need I say more? Jabari had a great role player game, bro. This is a very, very, very good role player game from him. When he's in help defense, that's when he's at his best. When you got him out there trying to guard Tyrese Maxey, that's not going to end the well for you, buddy. We got to stop that. Stop abusing these players, Ime Udoka, please. Amen Thompson, he was Amen Thompson. Very solid, strong game, 15 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists. He's starting to become very, very consistent for us, man. I know people want him to be, I don't know, I don't know what they want him to be. They have some kind of superstar, Hall of Fame
They want him to
expectations
be
for him.
they wanted him to be a superstar type. But like I said, I can just see him being just one of a stud, a star player, or probably just a star player at best. In an all-star, I can see him doing that. But a superstar, I can't see him being a superstar. I can always see him being around like an 18-point per game scorer.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. But
Facts, there's nothing wrong with it.
Hey,
Yeah.
Scottie Pippen, 18 points per game for his career.
right, and that's my actual comp for him is Scottie Pippen.
He wasn't a superstar, but he was a star. Pippen was a star. He was.
Hey, he carried the Bulls to the Eastern Conference Finals without MJ.
He was a star type. He was a star player. He wasn't a superstar, but he was a star and an all-star. I think
He wasn't your 1A player.
Yeah, I see Amen Thompson the same way, a star type player that's going to make some all-star teams and make some all-defensive team. He's going to be a part of the all-defensive level.
For sure. And it could be a deep boy at some point, right?
Yeah.
I mean, gosh dang, the way he plays defense, I understand that Wemby gets all these cool blocks, but Amen plays actual defense. Like, he actually plays defense, not just long, He uses body in really great ways,
He's playing defense. He's not just there using his size. He's
not the weak side help getting the block, shout out.
Right. Exactly. But yeah, overall, again, man, this was a signature type of a Rockets win. It's probably my favorite game of the season because we went back to our roots. Somebody started running their mouth and talking ish, and this is really before Udoka came here. We was like that too. Don't you come running your mouth to Houston because you finna lose. We got some hard heads on this team now. Jason Tate was getting into it with somebody.
Yep. Ever since that Hawks game in 22. The Rockets have been just pure crash outs. I think we've won every game but one where we've gotten a squabble. I think that was in 24 we lost. But every game we get to a squabble.
Yeah, I think so.
You do not lose.
For sure.
Yeah, no,
shout out to the Pistons though. Shout out to the Pistons and what they're doing over there, man. I like how they rebuild has gone. Shout out to former Rockets interim head coach JB Bickerstaff over there. He's doing a really good job with them over there, man. Like, he got them playing real basketball, man. Sometimes they be playing a little broccoli basketball too on offense sometimes, but when you got a Cade Cunningham at the helm, calling the shots, it's going to look a little bit better than it normally would otherwise. Asar is playing well. Ron Holland playing well. They got a good bench too. They bench a lot of them players on their bench can start on other teams now. Yeah. They deep. They play hard. They play the right way. You don't really have too many complaints about when you watching them play. They don't make boneheaded plays. I'm gonna say this too. Jaden Ivey is better than what he is showing over there. He would be a lot better in another position. I'm gonna say that.
Dude, what's that dude name? That came on fire in the fourth quarter. That other guard. He averaged 15 points this year off the bench.
You talking about Dennis Jenkins?
Yes, they can start anywhere else. They can start anywhere. They have the potential to start anywhere else.
Ivy was starting last year, and then he got hurt. And I'm not gonna lie, Ivy last year looked like the two guard of the future for them, no question. He got hurt. I'm really hoping he can kind of find his way back because I'm a huge Ivy guy. I'm not gonna lie. I actually did follow his college.
I was too. I watched him in college. I was a huge fan of him.
Hey man, he went to my alma mater, so I'm gonna support him, bro. But hey, if they don't need shooting guards, I know a team who could possibly use one. So I'm just throwing it out there. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna only play him 14 minutes, I mean, I know a coach that'll play him 40 minutes. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
You talking about Steven Silas, right?
Man, Steven Silas gonna F that man over, bro. Just like he did. What you call it?
Everybody else.
What's my guy name? Tata Washington. Just like he did them.
He gonna tell Jaden Ivey go stand in the corner and let Jay Shante run this pick and roll with Christian Wood, where they ain't even a pick.
Is that fake pick, man? Speaking of playing a lot of minutes, Kevin Durant
attempted screen and roll.
There you go. As the
last 5 games. Kevin Durant has played 200 minutes in the last 5 games. Just FYI.
Yeah.
40 minutes.
That's crazy.
40 minutes game. Katie is also only 0.4 minutes or 40 seconds, or 0.4, 40 seconds behind Amen Thompson in minutes per game. So him and Amen Thompson essentially play the same amount of minutes. That is number 2 and 3. Number 1, surprise, surprise, is Tyrese Maxey, who plays 39 and a half minutes a game. So we playing 2 guys, almost 40 minutes a game, and Jabari is top 10 in minutes per game. That ain't good. We playing full players, nearly 35 minutes a night, or some more 35 minutes a night, right? Almost 40 minutes a night. And we getting ready to approach the All-Star break. Last year, correct me if I'm wrong, one of the big issues was that we had Fred VanVleet go down, Şengün kind of get hurt, and then Thompson not look too great. And the only player that was out there was Jabari and Jalen kind of running the show until the All-Star break, just limping in, right? Does that sound about right? Sound about right. Yeah, it does, unfortunately. So looking at it this week, or this time around, All-Star break is coming up upon us. It's the 25th today. All-Star is in a couple weeks now. They did release the starters, which, we'll get into that. But wouldn't you want your guys to be healthy? Because correct me if I'm wrong, I do believe at the first interview, right, the media day, they said, we're going to try to keep Kevin Durant not playing 45 minutes a night. You're right. You got him. He's playing 37 a night. I guess they didn't lie, but 37 a night for a 37-year-old, that's probably not great on the knees and ankles. Where do you think he's going to be health-wise, especially because we just lost Steven Adams, probably for most of the season, if not to the playoffs, if we're being careful? Where do you think Kevin Durant or the rest of the team is going to be health-wise, just a percentage, going into the playoffs? Because if we play a physical team like Minnesota, Golden State, it might be wraps. Just off that. So going into the playoffs, is our health going to be better or worse than 80%, excluding Fred VanVleet?
What has it been this season?
Given it a number, I'm a dead ass say 70, 72 if we being for real. Why is that? Again, minus Fred VanVleet. Adams has missed quite a few games. Şengün has missed a couple games. The only person who hasn't missed a single game is Amen Thompson.
Amen Thompson, yeah.
Jabari missed one game. Cool, whatever. But, regardless, I'm not saying everybody got to play 82 games. But I thought the point of getting KD was we could be up so much, have this high-octane offense, and then we'd be able to sit Kevin Durant in most of the fourth quarter.
That's on the rotations, bro. We just talked about it earlier, Matt. Ime Udoka got to get these rotations right. And I'm going to say some things that's probably going to get somebody – it's probably going to be controversial. People probably not going to like this. Notice who's not on the floor when we go on these runs.
I'm not going to name no names. But.
And it's easy for somebody to look at me and say I'm trying to pick on a player. No, that's a rotational problem. Why are we going on a run when Şengün goes to the bench? Because when he's on the floor, maybe we're not utilizing his skills properly, or the other guys on the floor with him don't optimize his skills properly. Maybe tweak your rotation a little bit better, Mr. Udoka. Because you can't have these lopsided ass lineups where, think about it, bro. It's just that simple. It is this simple right here. Bruh, when we play smaller, we play better. When we force this double big thing, what happens is Udoka has this crutch that he wants to lean on, and he don't want to use his legs to walk. He want to just walk on the crutches.
Who's our top guy? Let's say plus minus with the double big lineups. So Şengün and Adams when they're on the court. Who's that best lineup? I assume it's probably going to be Kevin Durant right off the gate because that's who we have the most wins with.
Hold on. What you say? Say that again. Let me understand what you said.
When Steven Adams and Şengün are on the court, who's your third? So 3-man lineups. Who's the best guy out there with those two?
Okay,
mine
so
does
who's?
make 80, but
Let me see.
Because I'm interested.
Well, the best third guy with the double big is Tari Eason.
Wow. How many minutes played?
Then is DFS, but that's only 8 minutes. But to be fair, Tari Eason's only been 42 minutes.
Okay, that's what I was looking for. Yeah.
But as far as minutes, In 171 minutes, Reed Shepherd is third best.
And he's coming off
with the double big.
He's coming off the bench, right? He's coming off the bench. Okay, interesting. Just want to put that out there. Appreciate that.
And then with KD, the double big with KD is only plus 4.4. With Amen Thompson, is plus 5.1. With Reed Shepherd, is 12.2. Rotations, 12.2. Rotations is the name of the game here. When it comes to this plus minus stuff, bro, and on and off, it's the rotation, bro. That's an indictment on the rotation. It's not an indictment on one player or another.
Yep.
Sorry.
You know, it's like having elite shooting and or being an elite threat out there makes it harder to game plan against, even when you have double big out there.
Oh, and Jabari is a minus, by the way. He's minus 0.9.
Wow. And
with the
is that also
big.
A product of the lineups?
Yeah.
Because he'd be playing the 3 when the double big, right?
And why would he be playing the 3 guarding more guards and stuff, bro? Like, you see what I'm saying? And I said it earlier, bro. That's not his strength. He's Robert Covington on defense. He's very, very good help. He's probably better point of attack than Robert Covington was, but he's a help defender, bro.
I liked Rocco. That's an elite call out.
Yeah, he's easy to like.
Okay. So all-stars. Okay. I gotta look up the starters for both sides, but KD was not named an all-star starter. How do you guys feel about that? Do you think it's deserved? Not deserved?
I don't care nothing. I do not give a flying fishtail. It is baboonery to me that NBA fans just like whatever they're told to like. Yeah. I'm gonna vote for this guy because they said I need to like this guy. I don't even be watching All-Star. I don't give a crap. I just don't care, bro. I don't care about All-Star. Since Kobe retired, I stopped caring about All-Star, bro. I just don't care, and I'm not gonna care again until I have a reason to care.
Is it because
just don't care, bro? The All-Star whole weekend is nobody cares for a reason. They don't care neither.
There you go.
They be complaining about having to go to All-Star weekend. You out your mind? If the players don't care, why should I?
I agree.
I don't care nothing about no damn All-Star, bro. All right, cool. It'll be nice if Amen Thompson, Alperen Sengun, and Kevin Durant was all All-Stars. It would be nice. As a Rockets fan, I like these guys to get these accolades. You know what I mean? I want them to get all of the praise, all of the good PR that they can. However, I don't care if they get it or not. I can't say that. That don't sound right. That's hypocritical. I don't care if they get it or not. I think it would be nice if they did. I would like for them to have it rather than not have it. But it don't take no food off of my plate. It don't do nothing for me as a fan. I ain't going to watch them no more, no less. I'm going to watch them as much as I always have been. I'm still not going to watch the All-Star game. Everybody playing half-ass. Man, get out of here with that, bro. Care about no damn All-Star.
Victor Wembanyama, by the way, he said he's a starter. He said that hopefully everyone starts to play harder, and he's going to try really hard at All-Star. Despite not having Chris Paul there, the second they get rid of Chris Paul, he's going to try hard at the All-Star break, which is kind of funny. And I respect Chris Paul, but it is kind of interesting. But as it stands, Wemby's getting a start. Hopefully, Sengun and KD are going to be your reserves. But like you said, you're not taking it against them, I suppose. Because at the end of the day, feels like it's a popularity contest. Just who's cool, who's the poster boy, and then we're gonna put them up on the big screen, I guess. But Donte, how do you feel about the All-Star
that's
break?
Why I don't care.
How do you feel about the All-Stars, the 10 starters, and how do you feel about Sengun and or Kevin Durant not being a starter?
I don't. Like I said again, I like the starter lineup. I'm not tripping. I wasn't tripping because I think they're gonna be named as All-Stars anyway, as a reserve anyway. So that's why I'm not really.
You think so?
Yeah, I think I damn sure think Kevin Durant will be.
Kevin Durant will be for sure.
I think it's a chance that LP get named, but if he don't, it is what it is. But other than that, I think Anthony Edwards should be a starter, bro. To be honest, I think Anthony Edwards should be a starter, bro. He should be over Curry, bro. He should be a starter, but other than that, I'm not gonna watch the game. I've been stopped watching the game for like 2 years already. No competition, no competing. The game don't really mean nothing. If the only way I watch a game, if they are competitive in the game, they're competitive in the game. They actually compete, and if the game means something, like only reason why I will say this, I will watch MLB baseball because the game meant something. Like NFC versus NL, like whoever won that, they won home field advantage. Home field advantage. They won home field advantage. They won home field advantage. So they actually had some meaning to those type of games. I wish the NBA did the same thing. Like, get some meaning to it. Like, get some meaning to the game. Get some meaning to the game. Make guys play. Make guys play hard. Have to compete and play hard. And you don't like. There's no pressure on them to compete and play hard and stuff like that. So I've been stopped watching it for 2 years. I'd rather watch the All-Star festivities than watch that. Really.
Fair. Okay. Yeah.
You know why they're not gonna do that though, Donte? Because I used to think the same thing. I thought the NBA should do the same thing. You know why they're not though? Because if you do that, if you think they take rest games now, what you think they're gonna do if you have if one conference has is guaranteed the home court advantage in the finals over the other? The other conference is gonna rest guys recklessly at that point because they don't really care no more. They already don't care, bro.
But they already resting people anyway when they really shouldn't be. So at the end of the day, man,
they're gonna rest even more, bro.
You got I still think you gotta put some meaning to the game. I mean, if a guy ain't injured,
I hope they figure out something because it's quite annoying.
I'm just saying, like, you should be finding guys if guys are not really hurt, bro. If guys are not really hurt and you want to just take games off, you should be trying to find guys for that, bro. You should be fine. Yeah. Nobody down to see the goddamn towel boy, the lemonade guy. Everybody if I got a free agent, a big name free agent like Kawhi Leonard, I want to see that man play. If he healthy, I want to see him on the damn court. I don't want to see no Amir Coffey on the damn court or nothing like that. That's not a starter. I want to see that man on the court. If I have Kevin Durant on my team and he's on the floor, I want to see him on the court. Unless it's at the end of the season, we got the playoffs. Now we got the playoffs, locked up and stuff. We have nothing to play for. Then we got a case. We can rest guys. We not trying to get them hurt. But come on, bro. If it's early during the season or during this time, if you got guys that's ready to go and that's out there healthy, they should be playing basketball. There's no way they should be sitting out. I don't give a damn if it's I don't give a damn if it's a back-to-back. If you're healthy, you should be. I want to see that. I want to see that guy on the court. And I say you should be finding guys for that shit, bro. You quit when people are injured. You want to take awards away.
I got a question.
Yeah.
I got a question, bro. What year was it that they took away guaranteeing a top 4 spot for a division winner? What year was that? Because I think a lot of this garbage started around then.
That's a good question.
If I'm not mistaken.
And then you can have a tie. Your record can be like 40-40. You still can get a top, like a 4th seed from winning your division. Because I remember
but at the same time,
it was like Utah.
You incentivizing winning your division.
Yeah, because I remember when we played Utah, we had a better record than Utah, but they still had a top 4 seed. Remember that when we played them? They still had a top 4 seed for winning the division.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, but I don't know. I got to go back and look at the numbers, but it kind of looks like it's coinciding from when they took that away, bro. But I got to go and look and verify. Maybe I'm just talking out of my ass cheeks. So I don't know.
Well, sounds right to me. Okay,
I'm gonna look though.
Last segment here, yeah, definitely get back. Last segment here is against the Grizzlies. I believe that's tonight. No Ja Morant, so AK's got something less to look forward to. We don't have to beat his boy tonight. He will be.
It's actually tomorrow, ain't it? It's actually tomorrow.
Is it tomorrow? Oh, today's Sunday, ain't it? Yeah, it is tomorrow. It is tomorrow. But as far as I know, Ja's supposed to be out. We have beaten the Grizzlies kind of handily last couple games, except for last year, January 30th. They actually beat us by 1. But otherwise, last couple games, we have kind of beaten them. We beat them this year as well by 15. Very handy win. How do you guys perceive this game going?
If Jaren Jackson Jr. gets more than 5 rebounds, we're going to lose.
Yeah, I agree. I suppose that Santi Aldama is currently their leading rebounder, and this is going to be another return game for Jacques Landale. So we know Ryan going to be watching this game with his eyes closed when Jacques touched the court.
Zach
shout out.
Edey out too, ain't he?
Yep.
Yeah, Edey
My man,
out.
stay hurt, bro.
Ja out. Yeah, Pippen Jr. out.
That's kind of it.
Ty Jerome out.
So no excuses. What that sounds like.
There should be no excuses.
We're gonna find one.
But at the end of the day,
We're gonna find one.
If you the Rockets, you can. This ain't the game to let goddamn Jaren Jackson Jr. to go Super Saiyan mode. This is not the game to let him go Super Saiyan mode. That's what I'm kind of worried about. But at the end of the day, just come and handle business. This is not the game to let this man go Super Saiyan mode.
I agree. So, who is your defensive assignment on Jaren Jackson Jr.? He's a 4. He's 6'11". He's 2.
I'm not doing that. That's not gonna end well. I'm not gonna lie.
Just kind of curious.
Man, Dorian Finney-Smith, you go handle that. Tyrese, and if you playing, you go handle that.
Yeah.
I want Jabari in as many help situations as possible. I'm not putting Jabari on the ball because Jaren Jackson gonna have the ball.
The only 3 people I'm putting on him is Eason, Finney-Smith, and Okogie. I'm putting Okogie on. I would throw.
I might put KD on him.
Yeah.
What about a men?
It depends who's running point for them at the time.
I just think Okogie, Eason has a history of guarding them pretty well. In Okogie and Finney-Smith, them the only 3 guys I'm really actually gonna put on. I'm putting on them.
Okay.
A man probably gonna see some time on them if because, well, they got what's the name? That one young guy, that guard.
Because I kind of hate when Jabari Smith be on the bed, kind of one of them best bids, because they seem to foul bait him a lot. Like Joel Embiid, every time Joel Embiid got on Joel Embiid, they foul baiting him. He getting foul baited into fouls and stuff like that. Jaren Jackson Jr. will do the same. He would do the same thing to Jabari.
Talking about
Jaren Jackson Jr. gonna foul too, though.
Yeah, he gonna foul, but he gonna foul and stuff like that. But they always seem to foul bait Jabari, even when he played good defense. They always seem to foul bait. Lord him.
Cedric Coward is who I was thinking about. My bad.
Yeah.
Cedric Coward. A man probably gonna be on him. But yeah, I want Alp and Jabari in help situations. I don't want them to have to deal with having to move their feet and slide them puppies and all of that. And I don't want them to have to do all that. Jaren Jackson, he gonna have the ball a lot.
Yeah.
He gonna have the ball a lot, bro.
He is their leading scorer for players who are going to play tomorrow night. Another guy to watch out for, I think, is Jalen Wells. If he is playing, he is solid. He really is solid. He is also 6'7".
But he's just solid.
Yeah.
Yeah. He ain't finna go off though. Cedric Coward and Cam Spencer, they may annoy us a little bit.
Yeah, I agree.
Is GG Jackson
Cedric
playing?
Howard. I don't see him on there.
If GG Jackson is playing, maybe he probably might be a problem too.
Could be. He's only averaging 7 this season, but that don't mean nothing. We let everyone go off against us. Shout out Tim Hardaway Jr.
Bro, we just let Kelly Olynyk damn near drop 30 on us. I said Kelly Olynyk, Kelly Oubre.
Yeah, you did. There you go, Oubre. There you go. Okay. Starting lineup against this team.
And we let what's the name too? Damn near drop 30 on us. What's the name in Portland? Kamara.
Oh yeah, Tamari.
Kamara was, man. And look what we did with Julian Champagny. Like, we're good for letting a random go off.
Yep.
I don't know why y'all acting surprised.
So starting 5, right? What are your thoughts against this? Again, no Adams. Tari Eason is, I think, a game time decision as of right now. So hopefully he plays. And then obviously
he'll play.
Fred. But
yeah, I think he'll play because it was a back-to-back. That's probably why he didn't go.
Okay. So what do you think?
And he should
What's
start.
The starting lineup. Yeah, I agree.
He should start. Yeah.
Okay. So Şengün, Tari, Jabari, KD, Amen.
Yeah.
That should be it.
Yeah. Okay. Final scores before we get out of here. Who's winning? Go ahead, Donte. You can start us off.
Oh my goodness, bro. These type of games right here can put it on your side. It does, bro.
I agree.
It does.
I agree.
But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 105. I'm gonna go 105 to 94.
A 90s game, huh? We winning?
Yeah, we winning.
Okay. AK.
Grizzlies put points on the board, buddy.
They do. They do.
I'm gonna go 118, 110, bro.
Damn. Now I gotta change my answer. All right, that's fair. I like it. I think we average 116. Right?
Grizzlies be putting points on the board. They may be sorry,
but they do. They be doing that.
But I think they got health issues too. They got health and chemistry issues, which is what they're obviously. I would know. I'd be watching them. They got health and chemistry issues.
I agree. So yeah, Grizzlies average just 2 points less than we do. By the way, like 1.5 per game. So and they suck. So I think it's gonna be a high scoring game. I'm gonna say 124, 116. That's what I got. Why are you looking like that? What just happened?
Oh no, I'm watching this. What's the name? Drake May got an arm, boy.
Oh, do not. Okay. Speaking of,
My
get
bad.
out of here. Now you good. You good. AK, where can we find you, brother? Good to have you on.
You can find me on Twitter /X at AKinfinity_VVS where I be talking all kind of ish. Also on Twitter. On YouTube at Rockets Propaganda, Rockets Round Robin, H-Town Rundown. Like and subscribe to all the videos and channels and quit being a hater your whole life.
Absolutely. Awesome. It's good to have you, my boy. Donte, brother, thanks for jumping on again. Where can we find you, sir?
Coach Donte 5 on Instagram, Coach Donte 5 on X, Coach Donte on TikTok, and H-Town Rundown, Round Robin.
Dang. Yeah, we everywhere. Be sure to follow the H-Town Rundown on all the same platforms, X as well as Instagram, YouTube. Check out the TikTok at the H-Town Rundown, of course. And then for our Twitter or X account, follow us at the HTRD. Check us out, man. As well as check out the website at htownrundown.org. We got a lot of articles coming out, so make sure to follow that. You can follow me at Drip2Ps_GAWD on X, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. Let's catch a damn dub, dude. Hopefully we win.